Hello Gemini, welcome to your August card reading. Thank you for joining me, and I hope all is well in your world today. I put a question on the community page about what deck of cards that I should use for finding the energy, the theme of our reading this month. It was a toss-up between the herbiary cards, spirit animal cards and the Whispers of Lord Ganesha cards, and it was 50-50 between herbiary and Ganesha, so I chose the Ganesha cards, made an executive decision. These are lovely. Whispers of Lord Ganesha by Angela Hartfield. They're really opulent and really beautiful. I love using them. So let's find 3 cards for you to get your general theme, your general energy of August. Okay, right, 2 have just jumped out there, so I'm going to take those. We have a promise of the future. We have protection, and we have surrender. Okay, so the theme of your reading this month is going to be all about you moving into the future in a strong and confident manner. I think sometimes it can be really difficult moving on. It can be really difficult moving forwards because that often requires us to leave something behind. And I think you are going to have to, if you want to grow, if you want to change, if you want to move onwards with life, I think you're going to have to surrender to the changes and just roll with the energy of the future, because the future is looking very bright. You have lots of people surrounding you, and lots of people, you know, both in life and in spirit, that are here to protect you and to support you and to help you on your way. So I think this is all about you moving onwards, this reading. You're moving forwards, moving towards the future, and doing so. Maybe it's not going to be easy for you to sort of come to that conclusion, but I think you just got to surrender and roll with this energy. So I'm going to pick this card up, and we're going to use this for your recent past energy, and it's the World, and that is the completion of a cycle. We have the 7 of Pentacles, and we'll have 2 more, the King, the 9 of Cups and the 2 of Swords. Okay, I'm just checking my sounds on because I've just done a reading without any sound a minute ago, which is quite frustrating. Mercury is starting its shenanigans already. Right, okay, so we've got the World card, and as I just said, that is the end of a cycle. So in the past phase of our life, we've gone through a cycle. We've probably gone through lots of different cycles in our lifetime. And this last cycle that you've been going through has just ended. And so we've come to the end of that cycle, and now it's time for you to move onwards into the future. We've got the 8 of Pentacles, and he is all about honing his trade, his skills. And I think you've been doing that in your past energy. You've been, you know, we all of us, as we go through life, we're learning, we're growing, we're honing our skills in certain areas, and that doesn't actually have to be a job area. It could be our relationship skills, or you know, our skills in practical matters, but whatever it is in your past energy, you have been honing your skills and learning whatever you need to take you forward into this next phase of your life. So we've got the 9 of Cups, and I call him Mr. Smug because he always looks really pleased with himself. Let's have a look. Have we got him there? Oh, there we go. And he is all about being really pleased with what he's done and how things are going. And I think I think that this is, you know, you've maybe been looking at your life and been looking at what's been going on in the past and maybe thinking, you know, things have been going quite well. But this card can also be the card of wishes, the wish card. It can be the card of your hopes and dreams and your destiny. So we could look at this as, you know, you in your recent past, you sort of, you know, looking at how, where you can go next to sort of, to bring a few more goals into your life, a few more of your hopes and your dreams, and, you know, get you on that path of destiny, and bring more of these things into your life. So we've got the Two of Wands, and that is about making choices. It is about making maybe difficult choices, because she's sat there, she's sat on her chair, she's behind her is the ocean, and that can be the symbol for our deepest emotions. And she's got these two swords, which are the mental suit of the tarot, and she has these two choices that she's got to make, these two swords, a left one and a right one. She's got a blindfold on and she doesn't want to look at either, so she's not making any choices. And when we don't make choices, we don't move forward. So she's procrastinating a little bit, and by procrastinating she's keeping herself static. She's not growing, she's not moving forward, nothing's happening, everything's staying the same because she's not making a choice. And I think this has been you in your past energy. You have come to the end of this cycle. You've worked on a lot of stuff in the past that you've grown, and you've honed all your skills in whatever areas that bring you joy. And I think you sort of look into where you can bring more joy into your life, or more satisfaction, and maybe setting yourself off on the path of all your hopes, your dreams, your destiny. But you've got to make a choice to do that. And you've not been doing that in the past, in your recent past energy. So let's have a look at your current energy. And, you know, this is where the surrender card comes in. Sometimes we just have to surrender to a choice, to make a decision, to just surrender to the flow of energy that comes after that. Because when we make a choice, things start to move, things start to change. You know, the future is promising. Ganesha has said here, the promise of the future. It's all about what's happening in the future. Okay, Gemini, let us have a little look at a few cards for your current energy. The Hermit, the Two of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, the Justice card, and the Five of Pentacles. Okay, right. Just have a little swig of that. It's absolutely boiling here. We've got a mini heat wave. It's 38 degrees. And no aircon, but these lovely stone walls, which, you know, sort of hold in the heat, but also keeping the cold. But it's still mega boiling. Right, we have the Hermit card in your current energy. Now, the Hermit card is the card of you honing your skills, of you learning, you growing, you being in a cave. You know, in the past, in your past cycle, you could have been in that cave learning about all the things that you needed to know, growing and, you know, collecting wisdom. So obviously it's a metaphorical cave, not an actual cave. So, you know, maybe you've been in a little bit of a hermit mode in the recent, well, in the past cycle that you've had. You know, when we think about COVID and everything that brought, it did turn us, a lot of us, into hermits, didn't it? But with the Hermit card, it's all about learning and growing while you're in that space of solitude. But now it's time for you to come out of your cave and shine your light, because he's actually got his light there, his lantern that's leading the way. And I think now is the time when you need to bring out of that cave all of the knowledge and the wisdom that you've collected and you've learnt over the past few years, and share that with the world. and maybe use that to help you on your path towards your hopes and dreams. So we have the Two of Pentacles as well, and that is all about balance. It's about balancing and juggling, and that can be your finances, it could be your time, it could be your family, it could be work-life balance. It's just about balancing and juggling something. So, you know, whatever's going on at the moment, you're feeling in that space where you know, you're having to juggle something, and that's making things a little bit more difficult. We have the Seven of Cups, which is a card of making choices. See that he's got 7 cups there. There's something different in every cup. Some of them might be good, some of them might be bad. But you know what? That's what makes life interesting. You know, you've got all these choices that you can make to move towards the future, and you need to pick a cup and just roll with it, because whatever's in that cup will be something that's going to, you know, lead you potentially down the path of your destiny, or it's going to lead you, you know, on maybe a fun path that you're going to learn some stuff. You're going to have some fun. There's all sorts of things that you can choose from in these cups, and as I said, they can be good or bad, but this is a card just to nudge us, just to make a choice, Things aren't always as they seem to be, but do you know what? Sometimes they can turn out to be better. So not to take things at face value. So we also, as our clarifiers, we have the Justice card, and now the Justice card is all about truth and about doing things the right way and balance. Actually, again, we've got two sets of balance. So maybe you can bring things back into balance by doing things in a certain way, in a correct way, that's going to make your life a little bit easier. So maybe doing things by the book a little bit for a while to just help you to find that place of balance. Yeah, I think that is actually what that is nodding towards. I think, you know, sometimes we like to cut corners, sometimes we just like barge on through doing things at 1,000,000 miles an hour without, you know, actually paying attention to a close detail to how we're doing it and what we're actually doing. And sometimes we need to just slow down a little bit and do things methodically and do things in the right way to get to the, you know, the desired outcome quicker. So we've also here got the 5 as a clarifier. We've got the 5 of Pentacles, and that can be the card of lack. So that can be lack of money, lack of love. It can put you in a place where you're just plodding onwards in the dark and not seeing a way out. But actually, this card is here to remind us that there is actually help around us if we so wish, because they're walking in the dark, in the snow, in these difficult conditions. And there's actually, if they just looked up, they'd see there was a place of sanctuary just at the side of them, a church, a place, the pentacles are in the shape of an anchor, so that's a place of security, a place of safety. But they're just oblivious to it because they're just in their own negative space. And I think, you know, that's a great advice to you, that if, you know, things are feeling quite difficult, to know, as we spoke about earlier in our cards, our Ganesha cards, the protection card, you have got people around you who are there to help and support you, and to help bring things back into balance, to help you make the choices, to help you get you on the right path if you so wish. You just have to ask for help or look in their direction and just make yourself known. Let us have another card. I feel like we need one more card. One more card for Gemini for the month of August. Oops. Okay, the 9 of Wands. So the 9 of Wands is all about looking to the past instead of looking forward. And I think, you know, that's always great advice, because we're not going backwards, are we? We're going forwards. And in order to help yourself to move forward, in order to help yourself to find some balance, to make a choice to move onwards to the next exciting phase of life, you need to actually stop lingering on the things that have gone on in the past and actually look forward, look towards where you're actually heading. Let's have a little look at some energy for the future, your future energy for the end of August. Okay. For Gemini, end of August, Gemini. Oops, dropped one already. Okay, so that's a good one, the Two of Wands. Oh, we've got the Six of Swords, we've got the Eight of Wands, we've got the Ace of Cups, and we've got the Magician. Okay, so things are looking great for you before the end of August. You're going to be in a position where you can start looking towards the future. You're going to be able to start looking at what's next. You're going to have options because you've started the energy going. You started things moving by making a choice, by choosing one of the cups of the Seven of Cups. You've got the energy flowing, and you've got the wisdom from the Hermit to enable you to make the choices. We got there in the end. And then this has led you then in the future, before the end of August, to be in a place where you can start looking towards the future, to actually see that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. You know, you've surrendered to the energy. I think that your current energy at the moment is it's quite difficult. You're finding it difficult to surrender to actually moving forward. You're busy looking to the past. You're not looking to resources to help you. You're trying too much to balance and juggle too much instead of doing things in a more methodical way, and you're not using the wisdom and the light to lead you forward. So I think that those collection of cards felt quite difficult and like you're walking through treacle and a little bit messy and sticky. And I think come now to the future and things are going to flow really well for you, because we've got that two of Wands, where you're looking towards the future and you can choose whatever you want. He's got the world in his hands. It's up to you wherever you go. And we've also got the Six of Wands, and he's moving into calmer waters. He's taking just everything that he needs, the simple things that he needs to move onwards. He's just his family and the clothes on his back, and he's moving towards calmer water. It's away from all that rough water. So things are going to start getting better, and it's going to happen quite quickly, because we've got the Eight of Swords and the Eight of Wands even, and they're moving really at speed, really quickly, and this is always a sign that things are just going to happen like that, and they're going to flow really easily. Excuse me. They're going to flow really easily, and it's going to happen really quickly. And we've got the Ace of Cups, which is a lovely card. Cups are all about love and of compassion, of all those lovely things in life, and an ace is the beginning, a little seedling of something new in that area. So you could be finding some new love. You could be finding a family that you're feeling more connected with, more love and compassion. You could be finding more love and compassion for yourself. You could find a friend, or just anything, just something new that involves love, compassion, all of those lovely, yummy energies that bring us joy. And security, I want to actually say as well. And then we've got the Magician. So the Magician is the card of having all the tools that you need to accomplish whatever it is that you want to accomplish. So, as you are moving through this sticky, difficult time, this current energy that you're in, that everything's feeling all a little bit up in the air, before the end of August, things are going to start flowing nicely. You're going to go in the right direction. You're going to have options and moving towards, you know, the place that you want to be. And you have got the magician's there to tell you that you have got the tools that you need within you to get the job done, to do whatever it is that you need to do. You have the tools. So let us have a little bit of advice and guidance. So 3 cards to give you a little bit of advice and guidance on your journey this month, Gemini, because it sounds like you're going to end up in a really great place after a little bit of a sticky start. Oh, it's a scorcher here. Hope it's a little bit cooler where you are. It's obviously not too chilly. I'd love to know. Put it in the comments. Let me know how your summer's going. Right. We have the Page of Wands. We have the 3 of Swords, and we have the Devil. I'm going to clarify those 2 with that. Okay, so we have the Page of Wands, and he is all about having fun and finding your joy and finding your passion. And I think that's what you've got to do through this journey. You've just got to try and keep the light-heartedness and passion of the Page of Wands. He's got this fiery energy, but he loves to have fun. He loves to find his joy, find his passion, and he's moving off on that journey. And I think this is you. I think a little bit tentatively, but you are starting off on this journey towards your passions. And it's important, I think, to try and remember that, you know, whenever things may feel a little bit difficult and a little bit hard, to remember why you're doing it. And to know that you've got the love, you've got the protection. You just need to surrender to the energy. Just the energy is there to take you where you need to go. You just need to surrender to it. So we've got the 3 of Swords, which can look a little bit scary. And we've got the Devil as our guidance. Now, the 3 of Swords, it looks scary because it's about pain, it's about loss, it's about grief. And as we move through life and as we move onwards and things change, we often have to leave things behind. And this is where this card can come into play, because as we know, when we have to, even when things look really exciting, when we're moving onwards, we sometimes have to leave things behind, and that can be really sad, and it can be really painful, and it can be quite difficult. So, you know, you need to just, you know, allow those feelings to roll through you and go its natural course, and you will get through that. The Devil is the card of our negative patterns of behaviour, our negative ways of thinking. It can be the card of self-sabotaging. And I think he's here just to remind you that you are doing the right thing, to just have a little bit of a heads up to not fall into those old patterns of behaviour, those things that have sort of gotten you through in the past that you thought have been, you know, useful to you and no longer are, you know, or it can be excess, things that you use to as a bit of a coping mechanism. Alcohol, drugs, whatever, shopping, gambling, all those things are a devil energy. So the negative things, and also it can be negative emotions like fear, like anger. And I think these 2 cards, I want to put them together because I think they go hand in hand. And so maybe the Devil's here just to give you a nudge in the right direction, that you know, you don't have to use these old ways of thinking, these old patterns of behaviour to get through to where you want to be. Because I pulled a clarifier for the 2 of them, and it's the Queen of Wands. We might get her focused at some point. And now she is a very soft feminine energy. She's very confident. She's very, I just want to say confident, because I think that's what you need. You need to be confident. She's confident. She knows where she's going. She knows she has to take action. She knows she needs to move forward, and she's going to do it in a very confident manner. She's going to do it in a very elegant manner, because she's very elegant. She's sat on a throne. She's holding her sunflower and her wand, and she knows that by taking action and moving forward, it's for her highest good. It's going to be a positive thing. And I think she's come up as a clarifier in this help and guidance area to remind you that you don't need these negative, these lower vibrational emotions and patterns of behaviour. You just need to focus on moving forward, having confidence in moving forward, and knowing that you're going in the right direction, that you've got the love and protection that you need within the people around you, and and the people that look after you on the other side, and just surrender again to that energy. So Gemini, I think you're going to have a really good month. It's going to end really well for you. You're going to be hopefully on the right path to your next cycle of life, your next phase of life. I'd love to know if the reading resonates with you. I'd love to know how you feel about it, whether it was good for you. If you want to put a comment, if you'd like to like the video, that would be great. And obviously a subscribe also helps me to grow my channel. So have a really lovely month, and I will hopefully see you again next month.